Yes, I think the Palestinians can do this job, and they've been doing the job. I think they've proven that. It might at times be harder for them because it is a very emotional scene sometimes. People get killed. They could be people you know. They could even be other journalists who you worked with who are close. The job of the agency, and we provide flak jackets and helmets and the necessary equipment to work from a far enough back distance so you don't have to get close to take pictures that could be in a dangerous place. And we expect the photographer to wear that equipment. The boys up in Nablus have designed this yellow vest with press written on it that they put over their flak jackets, which is very good, so the army sees them and generally knows who they are. And the photographers in Nablus tend to work very much as a group, which is good. It's a small, it's a city, but it's really a small place. Because of these obstacles, they can't very easily go to Jenin and cover Jenin. They can't leave the city. The city is pretty much under curfew. But the Israeli soldiers know them, people in command up there. And they tend to give them a pretty good liberty to cover things. Where sometimes a foreigner can't get into the city to work to cover what is happening. Say if there's a curfew or there are troops searching the Kasbah, the old part of town, looking for militants. Quite often the local press can cover that. As a group, they walk, they follow some soldiers. The soldiers tell them, look, stay there, you can work from over there, which is fair enough. Those are good enough guidelines to work under. But quite often I can't even get into the city to join them, to work under those conditions. I can't have access to the city. But it is their city, they know how to get around. A photographer has to be aware of everything that's happening around him, or he'll find himself in a more dangerous situation.
Fuck you! Yeah, you see, from 8 o'clock in the morning until now we don't stop. But it's crazy today.
Yeah, they left the old city today, huh?
No, they go back and they take some houses inside the old city and outside the old city. But now they come to take him or something like this. You see, all people on the street, the tanks enter to the city, shooting, firing, etc.
Are you nervous when you go out? How do you remain so brave? Why? How do you do this?
Don't know. The tanks coming, shooting, you can see.
But how do you keep the courage inside you?
Not important.
What do you mean it's not important for you? Of course it's important for you. Aren't you afraid to die?
No. To cover what's happening in the street. I try to cover all things happening in the street.
Jacket on.
No, it's very hot and you take flak jacket and the tank's shooting 500 millimeter, the flak jacket. Not him.
The photographer really has to think quickly on his feet. If he senses he's in danger, he's in a dangerous position, he doesn't feel safe, he should leave immediately, he should regroup someplace else.
are in Hawara checkpoint. This is main checkpoint between Nablus and Ramallah. The Palestinian give a nickname for this checkpoint that it's a dead checkpoint because sometimes it's impossible for the people and the ambulance to pass this checkpoint. As a photographer, we came many times here if we have the news that they are closed the checkpoint and they not allow the people. Sometimes there is a demonstration came here to stop the occupation and to ask the soldiers to stop these checkpoints and to allow the Palestinian people to move. That's happened, there is a big demonstration, I think last month or before 2 months.
No, I'm not scared. I'm nervous because Dutch people don't need to do that, and they do that.
When the demo coming to the checkpoint, I expect there is something will be happen, but it must stay in the suitable place, far from the danger. This is important. Don't stay in the middle of the demo and the soldiers and something like this. This is a more important advice for the cameraman and photographers. Another journalist, writers, you do not need to stay in the place, but the photographer, it must be stay in the place, must be shot the pictures, because this is this job, and the pictures coming quickly and go quickly. Must be found the moment when the action coming. This is important.
The journalist in this area must put in his mind that he must be risking himself and he must be ready for this kind of risk. He might lose his life, he might go to one bed, he might go to the jail, to the prison, and to be brave at least, to be brave.
How do you feel about your work today?
Okay, I smell some gas, but I feel good now because I'm safety now, without injured, without anything. Very happy.
Really, you never know when you go out whether you're going to get injured or...
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And when I leave my home, I may leave my center of my work, I may leave my office. I feel maybe back or not. Yani sometimes I'm not sure we'll be back again. Yani from moment to moment, I expect any bad things for me and for my friends.
I think the Palestinian stories became available everywhere in the world when Palestinians became doing it. This make a problem for the Israelis when we became professional journalists in any place on journalism, like photography, cameraman making stories, reporters, writers, anything. So when we became doing our story, it became available and appearing everywhere in all the newspapers, all the TVs, all over the world. And this make the Israelis think how to make difficulties in front of the journalists. And this steps, which is a part of a whole struggle between the truth that we are trying to show all over the world about our suffering of our people, and the other side of the Israelis who want to cover this and who want to hide this true things from the world. We challenge the Israelis in the truth, not anything else, just the truth. We as Palestinians need the truth, need professional people to write or to cover what's going on without any coloring, without adding anything to our truth. Just we need the truth, and the world will know what's going on really in our land.